This woman called herself Sally. I really hope she wasn't taking the piss out of me for being like Mustang Sally in a pornography, but she said I needed refugee help. She was down the road in Remuera and said that it's a disaster. All the residents are kind of outcasting me and I'm sort of hated about my birthday or something. She said to call up the refugee centre. And later on, they made all these fake news accounts that that refugees aren't getting into refugee centres because there's doing lots of protests to stop letting immigrants be refugees, and because there's a lot of corrupt cops at the gates blocking people being refugees nowadays. So I don't know if that's why I'm not allowed to be a refugee. So I'm not allowed to be a refugee, but I'm not allowed any life. She said here, belong in the Chinese migrant service. That's a disaster. You need to have some support. They are a refugee service. He said, why is your uncle not helping? I said, I think he's under the government, but now I heard him and Amber are part of destroying me in some massive takedown of my life. This was May. They texted me finally after a long time, and it just said to call them. And this is what they did around Christchurch, comparing me to all these blonde girls after my face got ruined. When I made this art piece, it was about my purity, which they've ruined. I really actually have had no painting experience, and I like painting on canvas. It's a lot easier than painting on paper for some reason. They are denying the right that I'm a victim. I don't have the right to representation and nothing. Oh, that's the mould in my last house, at Fatima's house. Cruel bogs. That's my house when I cleaned it. Denying the right to exist is genocidal racism. I would like to address the mantra readily accept the world today from someone to defend Israel, anti-Zionism. Well, do I have the right to exist? All I get is my benefit. I'm allowed in one bedroom. I'm not welcome in any community. I'm outcast of every community as the bad guy. I'm not allowed to talk or exist. I'm not allowed to work for years. So as much as everyone's gaslighting me, what is it called then? International donors must address the consequences of the failure to intervene to prevent this genocide. And they didn't. Victims of sexual violence, they don't care about me. And I'm not somebody that, if I'm hurt, I'm going to be rageful and angry. That's what my mum does. And it's because it's kind of like you have to keep fighting. I have cried and cried, but nobody cares. It's like, it seems to make it worse. The police won't even take my reports. Did you see that it just blocks it? So this is what happened in Australia. They cancelled my thing saying I'm a bad character, and I want to know why they did that to me. So this was coming up on my page all the time. So I don't think about her. It comes up on my page all the time, and then it's like I just in. What would help me out there is anyone that can collect doctors' reports, newspaper clippings, mass media accounts with videos or photos of me, human rights reports, doctors' reports, reputable organisations, affidavits of witnesses to the persecution of me, photographs. Have you got any photographs of me being old and ugly? Videos? You know, she's been through a lot of torture, and she was such a beautiful, caring, kind woman. Like, I really had a consciousness with my heart and cared about bettering people's lives. I wanted to use my intelligence for good, not for evil. I think because I suffered, to be honest, I think I've stayed on the right path through suffering. I don't know why. It's just weird, my life. Like, it's just, I don't know why I am the way I am. I just have this consciousness about doing the right thing. It got drummed in me as a kid, and then I've kind of had, even if I fall down the wrong track in life, I kind of get pulled into isolation, or something happens to detox the bad out of my life, and I end up changing again. This is, somebody showed me that I've got to watch out for these two. So it was like I was being told it was John and this mother down in Christchurch. And that's a photo of me in Australia. Yes, it's got a filter on it, but I did look a lot better down there. These don't have filters on it. This is the kind of stuff that was going on with my eyes. These autoimmune problems show problems in my gut. And I don't eat a lot of bad. That's got no filter on it. That's got no filter on it. That's me in Australia. So I was really like just doing my art. She's never had her life. She's never had anyone to advocate for her lost life. I could have been happy again. I'm pretty sure my skin looks pretty good here. I just had bad eyes from the abuse. This is the work that I do, like stacking and packaging food for the week, and it's just crazy. I've suffered for so long. Well, I called her about my files, and I don't get them. This is more hacking, VIP, Mr. Pooh. So I haven't had my rights to my own phone for years. So that's Brendan 9, A number 1, Amanda number 1, A2. Ugly the face. Urgent care for 3 years waiting. List so far with Te Wharaora, and endless issues facing alone with a social group outcasting her and her family. Discrimination over women's groups has her very distressed with fat shaming. That's about, is that it? This is about Reagan. He was my advocate like 3 years ago, and he was meant to build a chronological report of all of my harassment and the culture bullying and my identity theft. And they just stopped talking to me one day. In the middle of like texting me, we're going to find a house. I'll text you every day. Yeah, they sent me this on my thing, and then they sent me all these pictures of Kiki. So it's like they're trying to make me think, that's my room in Australia. It's not that messy. Obstruction of intestinal instruction causes whatever that is, bacterial viruses that grow, chemical mineral imbalances, decrease potassium. So I need surgery, and it's causing lung disease. I need help. That's what I look like, my skin, before they abused me. That's when they punched me. I was skinny 2 years ago and healthy. That's how big my stomach went. When billionaires and corporations are allowed to give as much money as they want to politicians running for office, it's no longer a democracy or a constitutional republic or whatever you want to call it. It's called an oligarchy. Oligarchy? Oligarchy? Is it an oligarchy? Is that how you say it? Unhealthy boundaries, disrespecting your values, beliefs, opinions of others when you do not agree with them. That's me. I want to be a free bird. That's me. I don't have freedom of speech. That's me. I wrote this to my auntie 2023. I said, I'm going to kill myself on the government doorstep if they don't stop setting me up and blocking my human rights to live in peace with respect. I worked hard for my position in their immigration women they smuggle in to humiliate me as a whore. I don't want to be compared to a rich man's fantasy. I want my rights to work. And they just keep this up. It's like this Groundhog Day. Hey, what happened to my glasses? This is where they hacked me. She's better. This was about her. This is about Puma, I think. Innocent people don't hold hostages. The protest at Parliament has shown what happens when you mix batshit with bullshit. That's my ex and Graham. That's the low quality oil and being caged, like tortured next to these women that are like celebrities and class looking. That's me, January, and it's now almost a year later and my face is ruined all over again. See, that's me, January. That's me, November last year. I'm calling the IPCA and I'm calling RACS, and they were already planning to wrap my ex. See this? They want to wrap me with a wall. Cat root, see? There was another folder that said old pussy sex or something like that. That's why I was calling it old cat root.
Do you think that's my friend?
Yeah, anyone. If you, I think someone you know, someone hate you.
Someone
they make,
hates me.
yeah.
Yeah.
They make ID online
you mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I just had lead poisoning and it's made my hair, my thyroid, my hormones bad, so it makes my hair really thick and hard to maintain. And it's also making my stomach blocked, and I need help. But she's just kind of like, every time I go to a new country, she follows me and keeps showing off her prostitute girlfriends. And I'm like, I don't understand why this is going on for this long. But the last time, before those people were watching you, you said to me that you thought the government was bullying me.
And then
My friends are doing it,
your friends doing this.
making me the ugly one. Do you think it's...
No, he reckons he saw some website that my friends were bullying me, but he also actually said that he thinks the government was bullying me, that I was really, really fat.
You see that? This is a chia seed, right? This has been here for 2 weeks. It's just water. It smells like absolute rancid. It's just water and chia seeds. It would not go rancid like that. There is something horrible in this water.
There's
And you can
worms in
see
it.
all these little larvae that have been hatched.
Oh, yeah, there was little larvae. It was really disgusting. And ever since then, I've had this massive belly, and I've been trying to take all these anti-worming tablets, but I've still got problems with my stomach. Oh, I'm trying to send a form. It's not sending it. They don't let me send forms. They're really isolating me from talking to anybody. It's a